What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel with another video. Today we're going to discuss another interesting project called Aptos, guys. But before we start, I would really like to thank you all, those who watched my videos, and currently we are increasing in the views. So really appreciate and thank you all. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Give a like, leave a comment, get a cup of tea, and let's get started. So here it comes, Aptos, guys. It's a first-level proof-of-stake blockchain that developers say is focused on security and scalability. So initially the blockchain itself was built for the blockchain-based payment system called Diem, which belonged to the American social media well-known company called Facebook. And in the plans of the developers to surpass, as they say, their two older brothers, Solana and Ethereum. Of course, many projects usually throw such loud statements, and a lot of them declare at some point of them compares themselves with another Ethereum killers. It makes sense because can be considered as such kind of hype element that everyone pays attention to. But today I want to conduct an objective assessment of this blockchain to understand what is it and to make a decision where to invest in it at the prices that interest to me. And of course, I will let you all know about the prices at the end of the video, as usually. So Aptos developers themselves are aimed precisely to mass implementation among ordinary users and large corporations, offering their solution with the so-called blockchain trilemma. So who doesn't know what is blockchain trilemma? It's an attempt to solve three important problems at once: transaction speed, scaling, and most importantly, security. And to be honest, today only a handful of projects succeed in this. So Aptos can potentially succeed as well in it because it was built on a programming language called Move, which provides not only the creation of contracts, but also allows you to describe transactions correctly and in details. Also, according to the developers, Move allows you to create applications on Aptos quite simply, quickly, and of course as safely as possible, which in principle makes Aptos the best place to deploy those very Move-based applications. Aptos developers explain creation of the first-level blockchain, which allows developers to simplify the creation of applications themselves and make it as easy as possible for everyday users to interact with them. This concept is very similar to the concept of Avalanche. So, by the way, if you are interested in it, write down in the comments that I can analyze this blockchain, and leave a like for the video if you enjoy it. Thank you so much. So let's continue. Further saying, Aptos provides grants for developers on their own blockchain. Isn't that cool? So you can see here on the website we have categories and criteria and guidelines. You can study them on your own. I can leave the website in the description so you can have a precise idea how it works. So, and in the meantime, let's move on to the history of the project and its founders. So I will say right away that very significant and serious people are behind the project. So these are former employees of Meta Corporation or Facebook, and since 2018 they have been working on the creation of Libra project, and later in 2020 it was renamed by Diem. So Meta planned to introduce blockchain and Diem cryptocurrency in Facebook, Instagram and WhatsApp. However, this project fell apart just under the pressure of the regulator, the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. And in February 2020, the project was sold to Silvergate Capital Corporation for approximately $200 million. And shortly after that, the former head of partner relations in Meta, Shaikh, and the head of blockchain development, Avery Ching, they just founded Aptos Labs. So here is Shaikh, you can see on the screen, and Avery Ching. So now let's take a little look at these guys and find out who they are in fact. So I specifically moved to LinkedIn and found Mo Sheikh's profile, and here we can see that Mo Sheikh is a 3-time founder and a product scaling expert. He participated as an invited expert at the World Economic Forum in Davos. Mo brings together his knowledge of product creation, fundraising, business strategy development, and team scaling. He has over a decade of experience in private equity and venture capital investments in the US, Middle East, and Eurozone markets. He's also the former head of Meta's affiliate department and previously worked for BlackRock itself, as well as Consensus and the Boston Consulting Group. As you understand, guys, a very competent expert and a great specialist at the helm. And the second important person is Avery Ching, a former chief software engineer who led Meta's internal blockchain solutions. He previously worked for Yahoo. Also, Aptos team included many other specialists who work on the creation of DM. At the moment, it's more than 30 people, and in simple words, Aptos is a completely independent blockchain and it will no longer be controlled by Facebook. One very important news that took place after a 3-year development of the project was testing stage, testnet and devnet. And one of the first initiatives that took place at the start of testing period of Aptos blockchain was a very close cooperation with Google Cloud Service in March 2022, which helped to set up the capability to launch nodes under 15 minutes in the cloud. The testnet continued until the launch of the main network, which took place in October 2022, a little less than a year ago, and recently it was listed on many of the largest exchanges. So let's now go to another page and analyze the ecosystem of the project. So one of the most popular projects at the moment today is the Pontem network, the first DEX on Aptos. It works on the principle of the same PancakeSwap and Uniswap. The project has its own wallet, which we can integrate into the browser, and the project is also actively working on applications for Android and iPhone. You have probably already heard that Aptos blockchain, together with the Telegram Messenger, opened an auction for the sale of tokenized names, and just the next project in this ecosystem works in a similar way and allows you to create short domain names in Aptos blockchain. So everything is quite simple here. We can write down absolutely any domain name we would like and press enter. So here you can see that it's already occupied. But we can write down something else, and for example this word, it's available on Aptos blockchain. So we can choose the registration period. Now it's only available for 1 year and it costs 1 Aptos. So you can connect your wallet here, transfer your funds and pay for your domain name in the blockchain Aptos. Isn't it cool? So let's move on further, and the third project on Aptos blockchain is called Martian Wallet. So this is a Web 3.0 wallet on Aptos network through which you can just get access to a variety of ecosystem products, marketplaces, NFTs, DeFi exchanges, and many more. And through this wallet, there was an opportunity to participate in the distribution of Aptos tokens a few months ago. And well, indeed, the interaction and interface are really very pleasant. So let's move on to the investors part and see who is standing behind the big investments for Aptos blockchain. So in 2022, Aptos attracted about $315 million worth of investments in total in 2 funding rounds. The first round was in February 2022, and it attracted around $200 million, and it was naturally headed by such funds as Andreessen Horowitz, Coinbase Ventures, Tiger Global Management, Multicoin Capital, and others. And what is the most important, basically, guys, according to CoinDesk News, Aptos also attracted one of the top payment system, which was once created by Elon Musk, PayPal Ventures. Now let's get back to CryptoRank and let's take a look at the second funding round, which happened in 25th of July 2022, and there was raised around $150 million by same Multicoin Capital. Also we can see FTX Ventures, which is not quite good, Andreessen Horowitz, and Jump Crypto. There were also investments in September 2022 by Binance Labs. in March 28. The amount of investments is still unknown, but in general, the project attracted really just a huge amount of money. And this achieved by really a great confidence to the project from investors, and that the developers will turn out to be quite competent people who will be able to effectively manage this money. And according to unofficial estimates, the entire project was estimated by that time by more than $2 billion. And the estimated cost of funds who entered on a private round was from $1 to $3. So this is a really powerful, flexible blockchain. It is also aimed at public use. It can be easily integrated into everyday applications, business processes, and that's why, in my opinion, large capital got interested in it. So let's take a look at the metrics. If we go to CryptoRank, we can see that Aptos is located currently on the 36th place. Its target price is around $6.93 at the moment. If we slightly go lower, we can see that the whole market capitalization at the moment is $1.5 billion. In circulation, we have only 20% of all coins. The total supply, as you can see, is 1 billion for 43 million approximately. And all-time high, the correction from all-time high is about 65% at the moment. And let's take a look at Twitter. According to our tradition, we usually need to check the Twitter. So we can see that it has quite a large number of readers, about 393.5 followers. When I was checking yesterday before making the video, it was actually way less. So we can see constant updates and actions are done in Twitter. So moreover, large players subscribe to the project, and it is traded on all top exchanges. So let's switch to TradingView and let's get started with the most interesting part, analyzing the chart. So as you can see from the screen, the listing was relatively recent, and the coin is still very young. There is no particular trading history yet, but we can see that there are several zones already where the price stopped and was bought back. Considering that the correction is still quite insufficient, around 66%, and we saw one pump from this point up to $20, in my understanding, a fair price will now be at around $5 to $6, approximately the area I highlighted to you in pink right here on top. So this is the area where I first bought the coin with the first order. To be honest, the first time I bought the coin at this time, after it got listed, so I waited for the correction, and approximately my average price was $3.8. But then at the same time, I sold everything at around, I think $6 or $7. Unfortunately, I missed the pump and didn't see the $20. It's okay, things happen, and it was a speculative position because I didn't understand how the coin will behave. At least I got some profit. But as you can see, after the pump, the price has already returned to its pre-pump values. And saying further that the second order, I will try to buy out the area of around $5, because there we have another accumulative area. Well, and if the coin comes to a value of $3.5 and even below, I will look after it and will purchase with the third order. Yes, I definitely be looking after the coin's performance in the current market conditions in general. But to conclude everything that I've said today, guys, I would really like to say that I consider the project to be a very young and promising blockchain. The most important thing is a strong team with rich experience in developing projects for the mass market. And I'm sure that Aptos will show itself very well at a distance, and specifically on the next cycle, because the team made the project truly unique by developing its own language for smart contracts, improved existing technological directions, and created a really fast, scalable, and easy to develop first-generation blockchain. There are serious funds on board, and it is also important that PayPal was involved, which invested a huge larger capital to Aptos. I also want to remind you that even if you see some wonderful, fundamental and promising projects in front of you, you don't need to buy it at any price. You don't need to fall in love with the project, given that there may still be quite a lot of time before a good price. Keep a cool head, remember about risks and money management, and put likes, write comments if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next videos.